Okay, we are going to move on to the last and final section of the guitar logic series. We're going to talk about shell voicings. So far we've been dealing with 3-note chords that have a root, a third, and a fifth, root, third, fifth. Now we're also going to add the seventh, so first note of a scale, third, fifth, and seventh note, root, third, fifth, seventh. And a shell voicing is when you take a 4-note chord and you leave out one of those elements, usually the root or the fifth, but it could be anything. First step, we're going to do a very simple pattern where you play a note on the 6th string, you're going to skip the 5th string, you're going to play the octave on the 4th string, and then you're going to play the major third above that octave. It's kind of within this shape, this very traditional E-shaped chord that you all know. But we're going to leave out, again, that fifth. So we're going to skip that string. Okay, so now we have octave, or root, root, third. So what we want is we want to get the seventh, which is going to be right below the octave. So that's your shell voice. That's your shell voice major seventh chord, because we have a major third on the 4th string and a major seventh on the 4th string, major third on the 3rd string. So with that knowledge, we can make any combination of 7th chord or even go into the 6th chord. So we have a major 7th, major 3rd here. I can lower that again. Now we have a minor 7th, major 3rd, lower it again. Now we have a major 6th, major 3rd. You can even go to a minor 6, major 3rd. Not as pretty of a chord there. Actually, it's really pretty. Nice. Okay, you can also change the third, which is on the 3rd string. So now we have root, root, minor 3rd. Now we have a major 7, minor 3rd, minor 7th, minor 3rd, major 6, minor 3rd, minor 6th, the minor 3rd, or some people call the minor 6 a flat 13. But as you can see, you can make any combination of note of a chord that way. You don't have to play it starting on the 6th string, you can move it over. But when you do that, you have to adjust for that major third, because we just crossed that G and B string, so now instead of the major third being here, it's here. But then same process. There's just the triad missing the 5th, the root in the 3rd, major 7th, dominant 7th, major 6th, and then you can move it over again. But again, adjust for that G and B string, so now it's way up here. I don't use these voices up here very often, but these are shell voices up here. Usually when you're playing up here, it's better just to play the full voicing. Okay, what I suggest you doing now is just find some jazz chart and get used to thinking about these voices. It's one thing to make the chord and just move around the 7th and the 6th, and then take the minor version and move around the 7th and the 6th. But you're not really thinking about what's happening. So find a chart like maybe All of Me. Your C major 7 is going to be here. You have the major 7 there and the major 3rd there. Then your E7. You have a minor 7 there on the 4th string, major 3rd on that string. Then your A7, same shape, minor 7, major 3rd. And then a D minor 7, minor 7, minor 3rd now. And just go through the chords, and think about how you are constructing each chord and what the function on each string is. You have your root there, you have the 7 there, and you have the 3rd there. And that should be really helpful in getting you to master these chords so you don't have to think about them in a playing situation, which is what you want.